Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 1962 Wilt Chamberlain in the Modern Era series. Yes, folks, we have reached the final game. It's been a long, dominant season for the Dipper. Let's take a quick look back at the destruction that this man has done throughout this entire season. Remember, Wilt Chamberlain missed quite a few games. He's played 75. He played in 75 games, but throughout that time, he at one point Wilt was averaging 50, but due to injuries and playing hurt, that's come down to just a mere 47. At one point was averaging 35 rebounds, now 33 at once. It was at 7, now at 6.3 on the blocks. Steals are roughly the same. Field goal percentage is roughly the same. A couple tenths have come off of that. But other than that, he's just been, man, complete domination. 41 minutes. He wasn't able to play. He was not able to play every minute of every game because he got hurt, but he came close as he leads the league in minutes per game at 41. Absolute domination. Just total devastation. His plus minus is through the roof, 25. The next highest is Paul George. Interestingly enough, the highest plus minuses are all people who played with Chamberlain. After that, it gets to LeBron James and Anthony Edwards because it's amazing. As we go over here, we take a quick look here at the award races. Pretty obvious. Wilt Chamberlain going to sweep this thing. He's going to win the MVP easily with 47 points, 33 rebounds. If you don't vote for him, you're just hating. You're just hating. Defensive rookie of the year, nothing there. Six man, nothing there. Defensive player of the year, it's not even close. He's averaging 6 blocks and a steal. Excuse me, 7 blocks. Yeah, excuse me, he's averaging 7 blocks. Excuse me. He's averaging 6 assists. I thought it was 7 assists. He's averaging 6 assists and 7 blocks. So yeah, total domination. However, he doesn't have the Clutch Player of the Year award. I guess that's because Team Chamberlain's been so dominant that they really haven't had that many clutch moments. They really don't get into that. I mean, they just pretty much just take people down. Keon Ellis, is in the running for most improved, playing with Team Chamberlain, which is nice to see. But yeah, that's the standard there. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this last matchup here of the season as Team Chamberlain tries to take it from 75 games to 76. They've won 7 in a row, and with the playoffs all around the corner, they're playing against the Denver Nuggets, who it appears, let's take a look at the playoff picture before we get to this. The Denver Nuggets right now, they're pretty much stuck again. Yeah. If they win this game and Golden State loses, they could tie, and they might be able to move up to a home game. But the big story here is the 4 and the 5 spot. They're pretty much locked in. If they beat Golden State in the playoffs, they're going to match up with Team Chamberlain in the second round. Whereas Wemby and these guys, Wemby's the 3 and the 6, they would play the winner of the 2 and the 7, I believe. But we'll see how it all plays out, guys. But right now, let's focus on what should be the best matchup of the season. We didn't get to see it, because just to reiterate, we didn't get to see it before because Chamberlain got hurt December 5th against the Houston Rockets and missed the 2 matchups with Jokic. So we didn't get to see them match up. So this is their first meeting, and first and only meeting of the season. If they meet again after this, it will be in the postseason. So sit back and enjoy as Wilt Chamberlain takes on the best modern-day big man in the world, Nikola Jokic. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I am. Sit back and enjoy.
Let's bring out the starters for your Denver Nuggets. Small forward, 6'6", number 0, Christian. Starting at the other forward position, 6'8", number 32. Number 4, Rudy. At guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 27, Jamal. At center, number 15, he's got Jones, Nikola Jokic.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On our sideline, David Aldridge. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Klay Thompson.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
And the starting group for San Francisco. George is out there with Barnes. Then it's Ball, then it's Ellis, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5 down low. And for Denver, the 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. At the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. And it's Brown in at the small forward. It's the final game of the regular season, Greg. It's time to look ahead for most teams.
And for some, that's looking towards the playoffs, right? Others, it's looking to the offseason, but don't look too far down the road just yet. We've got a game to play.
Now, here's Ellis. Chamberlain down low. Jokic defending. Murray against Ellis. Murray the pass to Westbrook. The rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. And George, here we go. That one good for 2.
And the speed of George on the drive, amazing at attacking the rim.
Outside Gordon. Murray the pass to Jokic, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Here's Murray. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, that's just great awareness there from Murray to take advantage of what the defense was giving him and go to work in the mid-range.
San Francisco passing it around. Here's George. And it's Denver with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
And they get it back. Wide open look here for Murray, and he's good on the 3-ball. Murray's got 5 now.
Well, that's Jamal Murray's game in a nutshell. A score-first guard with great confidence.
Pass to George. Now Chamberlain. Over Jokic. Another bucket. Wow.
Up and up he goes as he continues this sensational season, now closing in on second place in scoring.
And GA, with the way he has manhandled defenses all year long, you have to think he'll make a good run for it.
And to even come near Wilt's mark of 3,586 points from back in '63 speaks volumes for the season he's had.
Getting another opportunity here.
Close that man missed it.
Powerful
Wilt
rejection.
Chamberlain is back to
And
full
making a
strength.
statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Down low and stolen by Barnes. To the paint. Here's Chamberlain. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And let's see some numbers here on Jamal Murray. He's been fantastic over.
Yeah. That play didn't go too well, but you can already see Chamberlain's speed is back, man. He is just look at what he does to Jokic in transition. This is like end to end, 94 feet. It's not even close. He's coasting right. That's at half speed. Jokic can't stay with him. Chamberlain. If that's just the beginning of things to come, Jokic is in trouble. Okay, he's gonna have to haul ass better than that, baby.
The last 10 games or so, he's putting up about 21 points per, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
Ball against Westbrook. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Well, he's not an elite three-point shooter, but Gordon makes just enough threes to be a threat from out there.
Right wing. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Brown. The Warriors making the shot. Outside Gordon. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Denver.
Well, confidence isn't something that Gordon is lacking. He thinks his shot is there, so he just takes it.
21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. Here's Westbrook. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Murray. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
The kick out to Barnes. Chamberlain against Gordon. And here's Ellis for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Brown. Scoreless thus far. For 3, Gordon. It's hauled in by George. San Francisco trails by 3. Now Chamberlain. Outside, George. Yes, and a nice assist from Chamberlain. George has got 5 now.
And George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. Measuring the shot before receiving the pass, timeout. You can't guard that.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
All right, guys, let's get up and get loud and welcome the show-stopping, move-dropping Nuggets breakdown.
With 1 game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look out west. Take a look at the Warriors. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, there's the Nuggets. They're sitting in 5th place.
And for the Warriors, they've been ruthless competitors all season long. I mean, they've assured themselves of plenty of home games in the postseason. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Now Ball. Following the 3-point attempt by Jamal Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And Westbrook throws it down.
Ooh, what a burst of energy from Westbrook. He can just fly when he wants to.
Right side, Ball. Here's Chamberlain in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Gordon with a screen on Ball. Westbrook passes to Jokic. The baseline J. The shot is good off the backboard.
Oh, man, Jokic. That was sweet. Jokic going to the trickeration. That's what you do against a power player. Use his momentum against him. Boom, got him leaning. Went back against him. He banked that? Was that a bank shot? I think he did. Man, he banked that on that angle? That's a tough angle to bank, man. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, he certainly did. That's a bank shot, bro. I thought, hey, that's tough. That's a tough angle bank. Man.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to catch up with Michael Malone. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And Denver has possession following the miss by Wilt Chamberlain. Jokic a screen. Back to Murray. Stolen by Ellis. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Ball against Westbrook. Here's Jokic. No good there. Some solid defense from Chamberlain. Ellis kicks to Barnes. Ball, the pass to Chamberlain. Back to Ball. Barnes outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. Here's Chamberlain. Yet another bucket.
A colossal accomplishment. He has now outstripped his own second place mark for the most points in a season, lighting up scoreboards all year long.
He is an exceptionally gifted offensive weapon. Defenses know it, but they still can't seem to load up and slow him down.
And while Wilt Chamberlain still holds the #1 spot for scoring in a season, he bumps down Wilt's second best campaign to third place. That's not light work.
Gordon is checked in for Nikola Jokic. San Francisco making a switch here. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. The Nuggets #1.
You know, they've been so aggressive on the offensive boards, and they're earning every one of those second chance buckets with that relentless effort.
Murray,
Oh, my God.
Some nice ball.
They got Michael Porter Jr. playing center.
The tray.
Oh, my God. What are they doing?
Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 4 rebounds.
Oh, Chamberlain now.
Ball kicks to Thompson.
Are you serious?
To the wing on the left. They double team Chamberlain. And the shot goes in.
Are you serious? They can't. Wow. They can't be serious with this. That's what you're going with? You're going to go with Michael Porter Jr.? This barbecue. Normally I pass out of a double team right here, but there's no need to. There's no need. They can't stop him. They're too small. Wow. Wow. Look, he looked at. He looked too soft. He like, ugh. What am I doing down here?
Oh, it's a 4-point San Francisco lead.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And another miss by Denver. San Francisco is gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Gordon. No good, unable to end this run.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Ball, the pass to Chamberlain. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
And one of the most prolific scorers you'll find. Wilt keeps finding ways to raise the bar, as evidenced by his output here tonight.
Now here's Gordon. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. Murray, good.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Ball. Nothing on the board. Here's Chamberlain. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
They have got to change that matchup. You can't live
Westbrook
like that.
Against Ball. Westbrook, no good.
They're going to get 8 and alive.
Like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here.
I'm not going to stop going to it. They changed it. They finally changed it. Now they double team.
Here's Mobo, guarded by Porter.
Swing it.
Ball, the pass
Go
to
right back to it.
Pocket 6. A shot by Thompson, and no one's
Boom.
allowed. Yes, and a nice assist from
Move that
Chamberlain.
defense around.
Chamberlain got 3 assists in the game. So here's Westbrook. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Detroit.
Yeah, and his facilitating was also extremely impressive. He was outsmarting the defense.
Wilt
and
Chamberlain.
Connecting with ready shooters.
The foot speed.
And we got to
the
take
length.
a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown.
That wasn't the one they showed the wrong one. I'll show it for you guys. Look, from this angle, you can really see how much distance he covered. He sees the ball come, man. That is sick. That is sick. And Michael Porter Jr. got a quick release too, y'all. He is not slow. That is not slow jump shooting, man. Damn. Dude, that's like about. Man, that's like an NFL quarterback, man, coming on a slant and just picking it off.
Defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
They got Jokic back in there, I see. I don't know what they were doing with that, man.
Denver with the ball. Trailing by 10. 4 on the shot clock. And shot on the way. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got 6 rebounds in the game. Thompson in the corner. Pass to Mobo. And here's Chamberlain. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Pickett. He's covered by Thompson. Jokic kicks to Porter. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 10. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Watson. Now here's Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal.
We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't you?
One of the
Michael
prettiest
Porter
shots in
Jr.,
the league,
second
Kevin.
best player on
He's
Team
got
Jordan.
great size. He's got that high release.
For those that may have
and he
missed that
gets it
series.
off quick. When he's shooting it well,
That's the guy that was
he
selected to
can
play next to
take
Michael
over
Jordan for a
game.
whole season.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. No scoring in this one. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Thompson. 5 on the clock. Here's Chamberlain. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And it's San Francisco holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Man, Chamberlain got 4 blocks already, man. God. Wow. What a difference a day makes. That man get healthy.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And what do you guys think about San Francisco so far in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
Underneath in the post, it'll be Porter and Jokic. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length. No way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Jokic with it. 26 points for him last game against Detroit.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Fades. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And that one is stuffed right through. Here's Pickett. Still scoreless. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Jokic against Chamberlain. Pass to Watson. Here's Pickett. 5 to shoot. Jokic a screen. High post shot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Warriors. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins. And looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Porter. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. Chamberlain got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Chamberlain got the lead up to 12 now for the Warriors. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Here's Chamberlain, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone.
Man, he is
He's
dominating
made the decision.
Jokic.
He wants to huddle up with his guys. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for him.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
Jokic finds Gordon. Here's Strother. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And that one's good. Strother's got his first 2 points.
Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
There's the pick. And it's Ball penetrating. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. The Nuggets trail by 9. Outside Westbrook. Floats it up for Jokic. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ball. Here's Mobo, the big dunk at the end of the break.
I really like the activity level from Ball. Excels at reading his man and jumping all over him, and great at coming up with those steals.
Inside. Here's Gordon, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Wilt Chamberlain picks one up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Francisco.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Paul George, he's checked in for Thompson. Ellis comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Ball. Chamberlain down low. He's against Jokic, and that one drops for him.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does.
All right, I know they scored, but man, Chamberlain chased this down from, man, look where he started from, man. Man, this is sick. Freakish athletic ability. That ball was about a good, at least 20, man. And Jokic bumped him off the play, and he still got there. But he just couldn't recover fast enough. The ball bounced. Had he kept it in bounds, he should have just tapped it, like Bill Russell would do, just tap it. And then it could come down instead of doing that. It came out to Jokic. Keep it in bounds. Do a Bill Russell job, just tap it.
Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Strother, no good. San Francisco leading by 10. Alvarado passes to Chamberlain. Nobody near George. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 8 points.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
To the paint. Here's Gordon. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Here's Alvarado. He's covered by Westbrook. It's George on the wing. Pass to Chamberlain. Jokic with the steal. Left side, Westbrook. Back to Murray. Westbrook with a screen from Murray. Knocked away and taken away by Ellis.
Jamal Murray. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game.
Ellis. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
How about the body control and just the sheer athletic prowess of Chamberlain on that one?
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. It's a 14-point game.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And here's Gordon from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Gordon's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, they've really tapped into Gordon's scoring here, and he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Here's Chamberlain. Takes it off the glass. Chamberlain got 30 points.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Here's Westbrook. A rebound by Wilt Chamberlain. Chamberlain got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now Alvarado. He has yet to score. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Thunder. Westbrook passes to Gordon. Here's Brown. Pass to Gordon. And it's San Francisco with the rebound. Chamberlain got 11 rebounds in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
It's George on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. George has got 10 points in the game.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Gordon. Chamberlain with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with a list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Jokic, number 1.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. The Warriors also with a sub. Barnes is checked in. Murray outside. Lets it go with the 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, nice vision from Gordon. He knew his teammate was there all the way.
And really, Coach Van Gundy, the acquisition of Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets was one of the things that elevated them to the championship caliber team that we saw.
Yeah, Kevin, he was sort of the missing piece. He's a great fit in the front court alongside of Jokic. His athleticism, his defense, his ability to score inside have really made them a great tandem.
And what about his ability, Stan, to fit in right off the bat and make a difference?
You know, just about anybody can fit in playing with Jokic, Kevin. He makes the game easy.
Well said. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Down low, George with the steal. To the inside, Chamberlain. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Chamberlain got 35 in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Denver passing it around. Gordon, the pass to Porter. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
The Nuggets trail by 17. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
1:32 left in the first half. Barnes outside. Pass to Alvarado. San Francisco needs to get a shot off here. Porter dishes to Murray. Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 10 points for Jamal Murray.
And that's what you're looking to do. Get your best score something within the flow of the offense.
George fires. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Warriors lead by 15. Pass to Brown. Back to Westbrook. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Chamberlain got rebound number 15 here tonight. And George kicks to Barnes. Here's Alvarado. Back to George. Porter against Chamberlain. Over Porter. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Chamberlain got 37.
Well, this could be one of those nights where there's just nothing you can do to slow him down.
Here's Murray. And Denver again with the bucket.
Well, when Murray has his attacking game working, it opens up more space for everybody.
Chamberlain a screen. George passes to Chamberlain. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And it's San Francisco feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Denver Nuggets.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right now in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
Looking at the Nuggets, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, with a double-double in hand through two quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Harrison Barnes all out there with Ellis. Then there's Chamberlain, and it's George in at the small forward position. Barnes sets a screen for George. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, if there's a better passing big man than Jokic, I want to know who it is.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Ellis outside, over to the left wing. Ball, the pass to Barnes. 6 to shoot. And here's George for three. Good on the three-point shot. George has got 15 points.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
Ball, the pass to George. From the line, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. Pass to Brown. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Chamberlain with a screen on Gordon. Barnes kicks to Ellis. Ball feeling it out a bit. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Here's Westbrook. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Murray outside. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Chamberlain with the rebound. Warriors leading by 14. Here's Barnes. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain.
And of all the attributes, one thing that sometimes gets overlooked with Chamberlain is the court vision. Makes a great read there.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Nuggets are an example of how you build a contender from the ground up. Coach Michael Malone says, I'm hoping we can be a blueprint for a lot of young teams, young coaches, and young GMs. Be patient. Let it build the right way, bring in the right kind of people, and you never know what's going to happen. Kevin?
Well, David, you've just triggered a lot of thoughts here. But doing it that way, to me, feels the right way. And a lot of fun to watch their success. And we thank you for the report. Here's Jokic. The Warriors pull it in. Chamberlain got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. George finds ball. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Goes up off the inbound. And Chamberlain with the stuff.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Checking out the stats for Jokic. The past month has been surreal. First in assists, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here, leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Murray, no good.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Outside, ball. Clock at 6. Back to Chamberlain. Over Jokic. Outside, ball. Pass to George for 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Outside Westbrook. Gordon with a screen on ball. It's off the run, and it's Gordon with the finish.
My goodness, Aaron Gordon putting on a show.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Warriors leading by 18. And here is ball. Still without a basket. Here's Chamberlain. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball.
I mean, they have really hit their stride in terms of that transition game. No doubt about it. They are playing at a great pace.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Jokic with it. Chamberlain picks him up. Pass to Brown. No good with the triple.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And here's Westbrook. Murray outside. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Violations. Jump ball call.
Now here's Ellis. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Ball against Westbrook. Here's Ball. Hasn't made one yet. And here we go. Unloads from 9. A nice shot by Brown. Warriors leading by 16. Over in the corner, Ellis. And it's off from three-point range. Denver's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Westbrook passes to Jokic, and stolen by Chamberlain. Here's Barnes. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And boy, it just seems like they are blocking everything. All throughout this game, they have just wreaked havoc defensively.
Pass to Jokic. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain, last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark, and he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
The Nuggets trail by 21. Outside Gordon. Back to Westbrook. Gordon finds Westbrook. Outside, Ball. Pass to Chamberlain. Over Jokic. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Westbrook with it. Jokic with it. Shot clock at 6. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound. San Francisco leading by 21. Ellis with it. Westbrook picks him up. Ball, the pass to George. On the wing, Barnes. Over Gordon. Releases from the wing and drills it. Barnes has got 9.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Ball against Westbrook. Jokic sets the screen for Westbrook to end the cold streak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
Well, you have to throw so much weight at Jokic on defense that eventually he'll just step into it and draw a foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That was a flop. I got to show that. That's a flop. Come on, man. Come on, Steven Adams, man. You too big for this. There is no world that exists. Like, he can reverse your momentum. I can see if you fell forward. But no, man, there's no way Michael Porter Jr. could do that to this dude. No way. No chance. They're not even the same weight class, man.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness.
Well, that's what Caldwell Pope is out there to do. A terrific shooter from three-point land.
Murray scanning the floor. There's a screen.
Awaiting foul. Moravia. That's his first personal foul. 13th foul.
Watson finds Jordan. Murray down low.
2 minutes remaining.
12 points for him. And a wide open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one. Warriors leading by 22. Pass to Thompson. San Francisco passing it around. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Strother. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Now Porter. And it goes down 2 points. That's 10 points for Michael Porter.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Thompson in the corner. From downtown, it's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Porter, no luck. San Francisco has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Out to Thompson. Tries again. Adams' shot is off. Denver's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Porter. 5 on the clock. Murray down low, and he makes good on the layup. Murray's got 14 points for the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Kolek. Over Porter, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's San Francisco running away with it. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Underneath in the post, it'll be Porter and Jokic. Then there's Peyton Watson. And it's Strother in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Pass to Kolek. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 21. Now here's Porter. Here's Strother. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Here's Kolek. To the paint. Nifty move. And it's good on the way in. Kolek has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for San Francisco. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Well, Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 analysts that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But, you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family, Kevin.
The Nuggets trail by 21. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Back to Jokic. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. San Francisco fast break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his third personal foul. First team foul. At the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Nuggets making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And the Warriors making a change here. And so he hits both. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Watson surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Denver needs to get off a shot from the arc. The rebound by Steven Adams. Down low. Here's Mobo. Nice D from Porter. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Denver. Watson. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Chamberlain's checked in for San Francisco. Buddy Hield comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Denver passing it around. Pass to Porter. Jokic sets the screen for Westbrook to the inside. Chamberlain with the block. Here's Kolek. And Thompson kicks to Hield. Chamberlain against Jokic. Chamberlain with the basket. Chamberlain got 49 points in the game.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
And another miss by Denver.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Hield outside. Pass to Chamberlain. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Watson, the pass to Porter. Drills the three-pointer.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Mobo. Here's Kolek. Now Chamberlain. And another one falls. Amazing. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Outside Westbrook. Porter with it. Launches a three. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain. Here's Kolek. Chamberlain with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Kolek. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Inside, here's Porter. Lobo with the rebound. Lobo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Watson. Hield with the bucket.
And never shying away from a three. Hield has supreme confidence in his shot.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. He blocks it again, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Warriors have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to Chamberlain. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
The play is under review under NBA rules. 2 minutes.
it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
What? All right, this might be one of those times where you need to go ahead and take this and send it to the 2K offices, because this is ridiculous. What? This is a foul on Chamberlain? He did no one touch. He just threw up some bull. Nobody touched him. He just threw up some crap. It's some bullshit. How is that a foul? How is that a foul? That's a foul. That's a foul on Chamberlain, they're saying. Get the hell out of here.
For. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Back to Westbrook, takes the three. They get it back. Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
Here's Kolek. Hield outside. And here's Chamberlain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Westbrook surveying the D. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Again with the block. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. And Jokic throws it down.
Nice play by Jokic. So crafty in pick and roll.
Here's Kolek. Pass to Thompson. Chamberlain down low. Jokic defending. They get the rebound to the left wing. Now Chamberlain. Healed outside. Off target with his 3. Denver's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, Gordon has put a lot of work into his jumper. And there you see the results paying off.
Healed outside. Chamberlain a screen. Tries it from 9. That one goes in. Chamberlain got 57 points.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Outside Gordon. On the wing, Murray. Denver passing it around. From deep, Jokic. The shot comes out.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Great, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
And he can't hit the second. Denver shooting in the 4th quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. And out of bounds as San Francisco gains possession. For San Francisco, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Chamberlain against Jokic. Healed from outside. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 16th rebound on the night. A nice shot by Brown.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Warriors shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Pass to Thompson. There's the triple. Buries it from 3-point range.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And here's Jokic. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Jokic has got 6 here in this quarter.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Pass to Chamberlain. Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right. Healed, the pass to Chamberlain. Back to Healed. Pass to Chamberlain. Over Jokic. Chamberlain's shot is off.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for San Francisco.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic.
And got it! Another basket.
He has tied the mark for second most 60-point games in a season.
What a year he's having. Game after game after game, being able to score so effortlessly. Truly remarkable. Here's Jokic. Chamberlain with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. 4 on the clock. Westbrook with a deep three. Wilt Chamberlain with the rebound. And so it's San Francisco with it. The tray. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Lets it go from 14. The rebound by Hield. Here's Kolek to the paint. Here's Chamberlain offline. And so it's San Francisco winning this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. What was the area of emphasis coming into the game tonight?
I mean, we knew this is a team that you can't, take for granted. They play hard. So we had to, step it up, execute offensively, and, stop them from scoring.
Definitely the fundamentals, but those are the most important things. Thanks, Paul. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now...
And that does it. That's the end of the regular season here in the Wilt Chamberlain 1962 in the modern era. And, man, it ended on a bang with Chamberlain coming in here. First meeting against Jokic, completely dominant. Chamberlain recovers his health. He's not injured, comes in. Jokic is fresh. Everybody's healthy. And, man, it was, yeah. This kind of reminds me, remember when David Robinson did that? When the last game of the season when he scored 71 points? I mean, it's kind of just reminded me of David Robinson doing that back, I believe it was 1994 or 5. He did that. The last game of the season where he scored 71 points to win. I think he won the scoring title and the MVP that year. That's what this reminded me of. But, man, Jokic just totally shut down. Yeah, 18 rebounds. I'll give him credit for that. But, man, offensively, man, most of all his shots were blocked for the most part. I mean, he couldn't get going. Let's take a look at some of his offense. He had that was the best post move he had all night. Blocked. Well, that was off of Karam. That's a wide open three he got. That's a nice little dribble drive in there. It's just mostly just showing rebounds. It's off a pick and roll. It's off a putback, offensive rebound putback. That's about it, man. Got nothing. I don't know what they were doing. I think the game that they were in the game. Let's take a look at the game comparison in the first quarter. They were somewhat in the game until they brought in Michael Porter Jr. And that's, if you notice, that's when in the first quarter they brought in Michael Porter Jr. to play center. That's when the game went. Whatever chances they had of winning the game went. That was over. From that point on, they just never got back into it. I don't know what they were. Look at the percentages there, man. third quarter, they actually outshot us percent-wise. We hit more field goals. They just, man, it was just Chamberlain. Let's take a look here. Chamberlain with 60, 27, 6 assists, 10, count them, 10 blocks. Man, 5 offensive rebounds. His plus minus is 26. Paul George finishes up with 17 tonight. And yeah, it was all Chamberlain. Let's take a look at the Dipper in his last regular season game here in the modern era. Totally dominating. Just man child. Oh my God, look at that. Fadeaways and dunks and rim runs, hustling up the court, rebounds, and just block after block after block. Look at that play right there. That's what they had Michael Porter Jr. on. Look at that block. Just vertically went up and blocked it. Man. Just total domination. And that's it, guys. That is the end of the season. Let's see what the season awards. We should see what the MVP is. And yeah, here we go. There you go, guys. The MVP of the league. No surprises here. Wilt Chamberlain with 47 points, 33 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, 7.2 blocks, 66% shooting. Imagine his free throw shooting is 60% and didn't take a 3 all year long. So I don't know why they're even showing that. Didn't even take a 3 all year long. Not even at the buzzer. You know, like on a half court. You know, at the end of a half or something like that. Rookie of the year, Jared McCain. Sixth man of the year, Kyle Kuzma. Defensive player of the year, Wilt Chamberlain, as expected. Most improved player, the Bullet, Amen Thompson. We know who he is from Team Showtime. That's another story for guys that may have missed that. Go check out the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird series on my channel to see more Amen Thompson. Jason Tatum is the clutch player of the year and the fictitious coach of Team Chamberlain is the coach of the year. And why not? With 76 wins and 6 losses, yeah, you better believe he better be. So, first team All NBA, Chamberlain, Doncic, Jokic, the Greek Freak, and Shea. Second team, LeBron, nursing a bit of an injury right now, LeBron is. Going to playoffs, you got Wemby, Trae Young, Melo, and Anthony Davis. Third team is Anthony Edwards, Embiid, Halliburton, Tatum, and Lillard. Your all-defensive team, of course, Chamberlain, first team, Victor Wembanyama. My goodness, that's a hell of a defensive unit. Well, they don't have any guards. I don't like that. They need to have guards. You can't just have. You gotta have guards, man. You can't. I don't like it when they do that because that looks weird. Like you can't. I mean, like Chamberlain and Victor and Antetokounmpo, I'm all for that, but they gotta be second team. They can't be on the first team. You gotta have guards up there. That's just my opinion. Because if you're gonna do it like that, of course the big men are always gonna look better defensively than small guards because they're defensive rebounding and they're shot blocking. You know, but whatever. First team all rookie and all that stuff. Yeah, Zach Edey, the big man. Good for him. So as we advance, there's your play-in, and yep, there it is. It's just like I thought it would be. It's going to be Denver on the road against GS as Golden State, and Wemby will be taking on OKC. So the winner of them will be taking on Chamberlain. But first, we got to get to the play-in tournament. It looks like LeBron and company are going to be taking on Minnesota. Now, keep in mind, I believe LeBron's hurt, so it doesn't look good for It doesn't look good for the Lakers because LeBron's hurt. LBJ's hurt, man. Yeah, he's got knee tendonitis, and he's not even playing. Can he play through it? Is it playable? Nope, it's not playable. He can't play through it, so he's out. So the chances of them winning that series are pretty much over. Then you got Phoenix and LA. Then you got Phoenix and the Clippers. Meanwhile, in the Eastern Conference, it's Milwaukee and the Bulls, and then you got Detroit and Philly. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the play-in tournament. And there it is. Well, how about that? How you like that? Minnesota actually won their game against LA, so that means that LA had to play Phoenix, and Phoenix beat LA. So Phoenix basically just comes in at the 7th seed and loses to the 8th seed. Man, that's a bitter pill, man. They were the 7th seed at one point, and they lost it. That sucks for LA, man. LeBron's out. So, but in the first round, it's going to be San Francisco and Phoenix. Now, for those that may have, and also in the Eastern Conference, Atlanta and Milwaukee, New York and Chicago in their games. So these are some pretty good matchups, man. That San Antonio OKC match is going to be lit, man. I wouldn't mind watching that. That's going to be good. And this would be good, too. But for those that may have missed it, let's take a quick look at the season series between Phoenix. Remember, I believe Phoenix I believe Phoenix is one of the teams that actually beat Team Chamberlain. One of the 6 teams that beat them in the season. So let's take a quick look at that. And we'll take a look back at the season at glance. At some of the losses here. Way back at the beginning of the season. By the way, look at all these numbers by Chamberlain, man. My goodness. Look at the right-hand side. Chamberlain. The high scorer, for most cases, Chamberlain with these insane scoring performances, especially early in the season. So here in the Suns, right, look there. The Suns back on November 10th beat Team Chamberlain with Devin Booker going for 50. That was in Team Chamberlain's house as a rebuttal. Now, in the first meeting they had the first meeting with Team. That was actually the first game of the season, and that went down to the wire. It went down to a 3-point game. So the Suns, Chamberlain had 48 in that game. So the Suns played Team Chamberlain pretty well. Booker had 50 in that game where they beat them. Then I believe they played again one more time. Let's find that one. And you guys can go check those games out in my playlist if you missed them. And there it is. Chamberlain with 29. They lost that one by 20. That was back in Phoenix. And I think that was it for them. That was their season series. I think they played 3 times, it looks like. So but Devin Booker dropped 50 on them in the second game of the season that they played. Yep, that's all. They only played 3 times. But yeah, guys, that's the playoff matchup. Team Chamberlain going on the road to take on, the Phoenix Suns going on the road to take on Team Chamberlain. And we'll get that one going for you a little bit later. So the first game of the Chamberlain playoffs is look at the matchups. Now Nick Richardson, let's take a look at the matchups here and see how they fare with Nick Richardson. Excuse me here, just change this over. Nick Richardson, what's he feature? I remember from some of the game footage that I have, the Phoenix Suns didn't double team Chamberlain very much. They're one of the few teams that let Chamberlain play one-on-one. But I think because they have the manpower to do it, they got Nick Richards, they let him go one-on-one with him, and then with Mason Plumlee, and then Nurkic. And then you got Bol. So they got quite a few. They got a lot of big men they can throw at Chamberlain. Obviously, none of these guys match up to him physically. Sure, Bol has the height, but he doesn't have near the size of the strength. And Nurkic is a fairly strong guy. Let's take a look at what he's looking. Is he hurt? He might be hurt. Nurkic hurt? Yeah, he's hurt. Man, Nurkic is jacked up. Holy crap! Look at Nurkic like a Christmas tree. Jesus, Nurkic is jacked up. Got pulled left hamstring, and he got other problems. Got hip problems, feet problems. Holy crap, he got concussions. Jesus. Yeah, he ain't gonna be worth a darn in this series. Plumlee 6'10", 254, but he ain't gonna. Like I said, they got some bodies, man. They can throw some bodies at Chamberlain, but I think Nick Richardson here, he's the guy I'm looking at that can at least provide some sort of. Let's take a look at his strength level. His interior defense is it's below average, but what you're really looking for is that someone who can, run the floor. He's above average in speed for a big man. I mean, obviously that ain't. I mean, it's good, but it ain't. There's look at that, 65. Yeah, he's got no shot. If they let him play one-on-one, he's gonna eat him alive. You've got no chance of playing Chamberlain, man. You got no. But we'll see how it goes, man. I'm interested to see if we might see a Kevin Durant matchup on Chamberlain, because let's see what his defensive Durant for his career has always been a good off-ball help defender. He's never really been what you would call a good on-ball defender. But then again, Durant has played in an era where he's never had to play dedicated post-up defense because those kind of players don't exist anymore. And there aren't any Patrick, there aren't any Karl Malones or a Barkley or even a Kevin Garnett. I mean, even Kevin Garnett. Well, he may have played against Kevin. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe in the late 2000s, the early 2010s, he probably did a couple times, but that's far in between. Especially because in those years, Kevin was particularly a defensive player at that point. He wasn't really trying to score buckets. More of a facilitator, defensive player, rebounder at that point in his career. So, but yeah, guys, that's the state of affairs here, the Chamberlain season, and we will see how that shakes out here as this is winding down. Can Team Chamberlain run the table? I don't see nobody beating them, man. Chamberlain is just in the modern era. Your best bet is Wembanyama. Wembanyama has been the best deterrent. He's the only person I have seen that has stood up to Chamberlain. Everybody else got their ass kicked. We just saw Jokic. Jokic came in fresh. Just got destroyed, man. He got destroyed. So we'll see what happens, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you for the Chamberlain playoffs a little bit later. I might come back on a little bit later at night. I'm not sure. If I do, I might do an NBA Classic game. I might do let's see, let me think. I was thinking about doing an early 2000s game. Just a classic 2000s game. Maybe a Dallas Maverick game, or maybe a throwback LeBron game when he was young. If you guys wouldn't mind seeing that, a throwback LeBron game in the mid-2000s. A classic LeBron game. Thinking about doing one of those. Maybe a classic D-Wade LeBron game when they were both young. In the mid-2000s, like maybe 2005. I might do that a little later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's the way it is here for the Chamberlain playoffs, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here. And I will see you guys for the 1962 Wilt Chamberlain playoffs as it comes to a head here. Phoenix Suns, Game 1. Thanks for watching. Please give it a like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And make sure you read the descriptions on the playlist, guys, so you know what's going on. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.